Boom. We're here.
Boom!
Happy
Happy
Tuesday.
holidays. Happy Tuesday. Happy pre-holiday season. Coming here today. Well, Russ and I just wanted to jump on today. We don't have another author because we just really wanted to wish all our viewers and our listeners and our watchers a happy holidays. Thank all of those authors that have been on the show with us here for this is episode 20. Can't believe it.
20. I can't believe it landed today.
Yeah, so 20 episodes. So if you can go back and watch the other previous 19 episodes, these are great interviews with very interesting authors and people. And they all took kind of a different journey, didn't they, Russ?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the variety is immense and also amazing professionalism. And it was interesting to see how each and every one had their own unique journey.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So it doesn't matter, how you're writing or what you're writing about. You have your own journey. So you don't have to worry about, well, I don't do it just like so and so, or I write longhand, other people write
Yeah.
on their computers, other people audio record and transcribe. So the main thing is to just start. Just get started, just do pick up your pen, sit down at your computer, sit down with your recorder or your phone, and just start telling those stories or putting down those points that you'd like to share with somebody that you think would be important.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
So in your experience and over time, which is the most challenging um, story to evolve from individuals? Is it because they're trying to think of a story, or they're trying to pick which one they want to tell?
Yeah, I think it's the people who are going to trying to pick which one to tell. I think they have so much information. A lot of people, especially people that might be in business or be some kind of
Yeah,
expert or coach, or maybe they're a financial planner or a doctor or a nurse, whatever, health and fitness coach, something. They have so much information. It's like they want to put it all in one book. They want to
yeah,
put it all in one thing, and that's too overwhelming for people. So you really do have to just start and start small, and either start with the story about your own journey, or start with, these are the 10 things I'm going to be talking about in the next, chapters. First I'm going to talk about this. Second, I'm like, for us, we would say first we're going to talk about your dreams and your fears. Second, we're going to talk about your writing. Third, we're going to talk about publishing. Fourth, we're going to talk about launching. Chapter 5 is going to be about maybe marketing or technology, and it goes on like that. And so
yeah.
you just got to think about what are those big things. I think, for me, fiction has always been much harder. My mind doesn't run in that imagination like other people's do. Some people do. So if you're really imaginative and you really think descriptively and you see pictures in your mind, start with that. Write down those, try to capture those pictures. And if you can't capture it in a written word, draw the pictures,
Yeah,
because you might end up and have a graphic novel, or maybe it's a
yeah.
children's book or something else. And so just because you don't write the words doesn't mean that you can't start and create some kind of story. So and then you just may be a person that likes to speak or talk, and you're not real comfortable typing, or you're not real comfortable with the other stuff, and so you just speak your story. Just tell your story like you would be telling a friend, like Russ and I are sitting here talking right now.
Yeah, we can actually turn this into a transcription and edit it and create an entire story out of this whole process. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised now that we have 20 episodes, Liz. I wondered if in 2023, this idea of creating a chapter
Hmm.
by inviting guests on and interviewing them
Uh-huh.
might be interesting, an interesting idea.
Right, right. That would be an interesting idea for a book because basically each chapter would be one of these authors' story, and it would be their
Yeah,
story and how they came about and how they got to writing the book and why they wrote their book. Because, like you say, everybody kind of has a different reason, and so it's really fun to find that out and to kind of see how what their process is, and so that's important. But we just wanted to say happy holidays. We wanted
yeah.
to tell you that we did talk Christine. We kept saying Christine's got to come back and do another show with us. And we were kind of talking after the first of the year, but we've decided to make her come back next week because I was excited to hear about her second book about the caregivers kit. That was
Yeah.
just really fascinating to me, and as a person who's cared for 3 people, I cared for my grandmother when she was at end of life, I cared for my dad, my mother and dad I cared for my dad together, and then I cared for my mother when she was ending life after my dad passed away at home. So we had, even though my grandmother ended up in the hospital in rehab, she died in rehab, I was sitting with her,
Yeah.
when she passed, and then my dad was actually at home the whole time, and then he had hospice care toward the end, and then my mom came home, and she was on hospice care at the end at the house. So,
Yeah.
I was really, interested to see what Christine had put together as a caregiver's kit
I
because
would love to see that,
I know that
because
she's got a
I
lot
had
of
the
pretty
same
cool.
story. Yeah. Yeah, dad
Yeah,
was
so you
here
did. You
and we
took
had
care of your
hospice
dad.
in a
Uh-huh.
little bit, and the family was all here, so it was
Uh-huh.
uh, it's and now, with mom and caring for mom here, it's the same situation. You don't know if it's going to be. My mom informed me the other day, Liz, that she has a she has an aunt that's 102 now.
Oh, okay. Right, right. So she's just giving you a warning that
Yeah, just
another
give me a warning. It's like,
warning
she's
on
only
that.
86.
Yeah, I'm only 86 and Aunt Joe's 102. Okay, that's a good, Wow,
I
and
got
that's great. I mean, and I was, my family had longevity on my mother's side of the family anyway. My dad's mother died the Christmas before I was born, and apparently I look exactly like her, so that was sad.
oh,
But then I never knew her. I just had pictures. But
sure.
the my grandmother, my great grandmother, my great grandmother on my mother's side, they all lived into their late 90s, mid 90s,
Yeah.
92, 93, 94. I expected my mother to live into her 90s, and at 76 she had a brain tumor, and in 8 weeks, start to finish, was
Wow.
went on to glory. But it's and I was mad about it for a while. I probably still am a little bit, but it's can't imagine that it's been 10 years, but it has been. But
Well, you always have
um,
to think about the time you
we
had,
had
not
great
the time you
memories.
lost.
Yeah, we had great memories. We had a great relationship. It's very
Yeah.
hard. It's very hard for me to understand people that don't have a nice relationship with their parents. And I
Yeah.
understand that parents can do terrible things. I mean,
Sure.
I understand that completely.
Parents are people as
But
well.
yeah, but it hurts my heart when I hear about people that don't speak to their parents or haven't spoken to their brothers or sisters in years or their family. It just
Yeah.
this hurts my heart because family's important and the family we choose as well. We could sometimes choose our own family. We obviously have lots of good friends and
Yeah.
that we've chosen on our path down the road and to engage with and connect with, and some we've met personally and some we haven't, just because of technology today is such a great tool for us to do and to be able to talk to people all over the world. So we're going to be bringing more authors to you in 2023. Some of them are going to be fiction. Got a great guy named Tim Lewis who's going to be talking. His stuff is kind of fact fictional. He basically was found some postcards where his uncle had gone in the service, and his aunt and
Mm.
uncle had sent each other a postcard every Friday for their, and they started doing it when he was in the service, and then they just kept doing it. So he found when they passed away and they were selling the house, he found all of these postcards that they had written back and forth to each other, and he
Oh,
created
wow.
a whole story around that. So it's called Friday's First or something. And so it's, lots of kind of along this thing of the Notebook, I guess, something like that. So that'll be fun. We'll, like you say, we'll hopefully be talking to some more children's authors. Julie Wolfe has a great book called Razzle Dazzle, and Julie's going to be on with hers. But she's one of those people that's in this sandwich. She's got a junior and a senior in high school, and of course they're very active. They're involved in all kinds of sporting and art and gymnastics and soccer and whatever. And then she's got her mother who just had surgery, who's not doing very well. Her dad who's in assisted living separately because they divorced when she was young, and she's trying to take care of both of them. And now her husband's parents have moved here to to Dallas, and she's taking care of them. And her father-in-law has dementia, and so she's got two sets of parents and two kids that she's trying to manage while luckily not having to work full time because her
She
husband has
needs
a
to
good
visit
job.
the next week's episode, doesn't she?
Right. But yeah, so she said, we were talking, and I said, well, we just had Christine on talking about caregiving. And I know you're in the middle of that. And she said, Liz, she said, I'm all over that. I'm on both sides of that equation. I said, I know you are. And she's a delightful person, so you'll like to talk to her and visit with her. And then, like you say, we'll continue to have people on. We'll continue to have different genres, and so it'll be fiction and nonfiction and children's books. So I think there'll be something for everybody. And I feel like even the conversations we've had, if you're watching or listening, you can learn something.
Oh yeah.
Each of these authors has shared some tips, some strategies, some nuggets of gold. So go back and mine those nuggets at YouTube. Our YouTube channel is at Author Adventure. You can just Google that and find us. You can go to our website. We have our new website, theauthoradventure.com. That's theauthoradventure.com. So you need to put that THE in the beginning. But yeah, that'll give some testimonials. That tells kind of what's going on. What else is going on with us, Russ? What are we going to be doing after the first of the year?
Well, I think diversifying some of the things, because you have a deep well of authors that are out there, and I think getting authors on the show and making sure that we can highlight what they're doing and what their goals are, it increases and improves the community, because
Right.
it's not a solo journey. Like we talk about in the 5 secrets.
Uh-huh.
Distribution and all of the creating a team to help you support your launch, and all of these things require relationships. And
Right.
I think developing relationships and sharing that information in 2023 is going to be even more increasingly important for us, to make sure that we have that visibility in the community that we're building as well. And we're inviting everybody in, and we're going to be updating a few things and improving stuff. And we'll probably have a few more webinars and workshops and things that we can use to help more people, because that's one of my missions, is to allow you to help your community. And that's what we're doing here at Author Adventure. And also, as we grow next year and expand this offer, there's new opportunities coming up where we could actually help you in your book, in your publishing journey, because a lot of people, they need help. That's why you've been successful in the way you have, Liz. So
yeah, for sure, because we've got a lot of free stuff. We've got our Author Adventure interviews here; they're always free. We've got our newsletter that's free. Just have to put your email in and choose none. And but we also have some paid programs, and so those paid programs are going to be on the new website, and and they're gonna gradually evolve up. We've got a bronze package for somebody just beginning. We've got a silver and gold package for people that maybe you've already, you've been in business a while and you're trying to get to the next level, or you need to build some authority, or you need to build some respect or reach. And then these are also revenue streams. I mean, we're going to talk about podcasting and live streaming and blogging and, all the social media, all those things that you can do that will be revenue generators for you eventually, can be additional revenue streams for you if you're in business. So go check us
think
out.
about a speaker. Think about the speakers that need to be a thought leader, or build their thought leadership in the market, in their industry. And that's a book is one of those elements that you can actually accelerate that process.
And there's
Get,
nothing better than having a book at the back of the room. There's
yep,
nothing better than speaking and people like you and they like your speech. They want to take you home. They want to know what else do you have. And if you
yeah,
don't have anything, if you just, oh, well, I just speak and I don't have anything, or maybe I can give you some notes from my handout. I mean, that's okay. But the fact if you had a book at the back of the room, everybody in that room would probably buy that book.
yeah.
So it's a great tool to use to market yourself and to share your expertise with people that you want to help.
And the other key benefit of working with Author Adventure is the idea that if you don't know what you don't know, you really don't know what to ask. And Liz has been doing this for a while. She has well over 100 number one bestsellers, and
Mhm.
so there's a strategy that needs to go in advance of writing and publishing that you can use to actually improve the outcomes and some of the results that you have. So I would encourage anybody that's interested or thinking about writing a book in 2023, talk to us, reach out. We're easy to access. We can be found on social. We're here every Tuesday. And the reality is that you have an opportunity to share your voice, share your message, and make a difference, make it matter.
Yeah, for sure. So find us on social media, put your comments. You can comment in the comments. We go back and I go back, every week and I'm looking at the past shows and I'm looking back at the comments. And even if you weren't here live with us and you're watching the replay, I think you can still comment under our YouTube channel there. And so be sure when you go
Oh,
to that
yeah.
YouTube channel that you click on live, because there are some options at the top. You'll have a menu and it'll say home, it'll say video, and then it'll say live. And actually, all 20 shows come up when you punch in live. Sometimes you only get one show when you click on home or you click on video. But if you click on live, you'll get all the shows. You can scroll through there and see the titles and see who the authors are and just see if there's anybody that you want to follow. And there are going to be some people,
Yeah.
because one of the things we're going to have you do is a part of our 5-day challenge, our first free course that we're going to offer here in 2023 is, we want you to identify some people that you want to meet. We want you to have a dream. We want you to have some visual. I mean, yeah, maybe we all want to meet Oprah. We all want to be on Oprah's book club. That's fine. And you can put Oprah down as one of your people. But I also want you to put some people, like you say, some authors that are your favorite authors. Maybe it's somebody's podcast. Maybe it's somebody you've been listening to that you've watched on social media, or maybe somehow you got connected with somebody. Like I've got connected through Russ to a bunch of really interesting and great people. And my goal is at some point to meet these people in person,
Yeah.
or at least to connect with them online and have that conversation. So you never know where you're going to meet somebody, how you're going to meet somebody. Russ and I met in a mastermind group. We were in a business group for entrepreneurs, and we just happened to talk the same language and want to do the same thing and help people and help people with their passion and their mission and just and to reach
Well, it's
more
the creative
people.
process too.
Yeah, and so
And-
it's you never know where the road's going to take you, and so be open to that. Start making those lists of people and things. Start looking for resources, like you say. Maybe Russ and I are the person to work with. Maybe we're not.
yeah.
We only are going to work with so many people. We can only work one on one with so many people, and so we're going to be limited to that. And you actually have to apply to join one of our programs, our bronze, silver, or gold programs. You do have to apply. There is a down payment, but we will refund that, or we will apply that to the actual project if we move forward, if we're in the right place and it works for you and it works for us, because it's got to be the right fit too.
Yeah.
And you don't really know that until you start interacting with somebody. So
Well, and our result is we want to be successful. We want to be successful for you because
yeah,
that helps us become successful, right?
yeah, for sure. And we don't, like you say, we may not be the best solution to your situation, and it depends on what your dreams are and what you want to do. If if you don't want to podcast or live stream or publish multiple books, then we may not be the best person for you. If you're more concerned with speaking or something else, we're gonna
You
point
may
you in
need
the
a
direction
different
of that
coach.
resource.
Yeah, you may need a different coach.
Yeah, and if you just want to do an ebook, we might send you to D. Scott Smith or somebody like that because
Yeah,
we've got lots of other resources that we're people that we know and trust, and so we'll always be passing the word along, and we're always looking to do the best thing we can for either the customer or just the people in our network. So
yeah. So looking forward, Liz, in 2023, do you have any big, um, I won't call them goals, but I'll call it intentions that you
yeah,
want to
well, my
fulfill?
intentions, my two words for 2023 are creative joy. So we're gonna live in that intention, try to live in that intention, not only professionally but personally.
Uh-huh.
Because I think sometimes we let the work get too much, or we kind of we a lot of us do too much. A lot of us don't know how to say no. So my goal is to take some extra time for myself, for self-care, to engage in some creative joy, whether that's producing some stuff myself, and that's another reason why we're not going to do as much work with done with you projects,
Yeah.
because production just takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be very selective in that process. But if you want to go to that next level, and you want to dominate in your marketplace, we can help you do that. We have the tools and the strategies and the structure to figure that out and help you figure out the best way for you to do it based on your business, based on your goals and your dreams and what you want to do. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about these other authors that we're going to have on. I mean, I'm reaching out to people I've never met before. That's the other great thing about having a podcast and interviewing people. You can
It's
call
amazing
anybody
what
up.
you can do, huh?
Yeah, you can call anybody up and ask them. If you could interview them for your show. And I mean, most people, even if they say no, it's not because they don't want to do it. It's just because the timing didn't
Uh-huh.
work for them. And so, for sure, that's another thing that, if you have your own show, you can kind of approach anybody with a positive, in a positive way. You don't want to harass people to death,
Yeah.
but but you can get somebody, you can get to people that you otherwise might not be able to get to.
I
And
love
that's
that.
that's the other thing I love about live streaming and podcasting. So
I love that. It looks like
you
I'm locked
froze
up.
up.
I'm
Yeah, you
frozen,
froze
Liz.
up and I can't get my earplugs to stay in. But other than that, the show must go on. So we're
Yeah.
we're going
Can
on
you
no
you
matter
can
what.
still you can
We can
still hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you for sure. So, well, and we're closing down here. We just wanted to wish y'all a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. If you're not
Happy Kwanzaa.
celebrating Christmas like we do here in the United States, that's okay too. We know we have people all over the world. We just appreciate so much that y'all are watching, that you're listening. We hope that you will come back and see us here every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you missed the show on Tuesday, you can always go to our YouTube channel at Author Adventure. You put in the @ Author Adventure, or youtube.com/@ Author Adventure, and we should come up, and you should see this beautiful gold and yellow background with the purple writing, and you'll see Russ and I, our face, because our first video will come up, and then you can click on live and you can watch all the other videos, any of the other videos. I know some of you are binge watchers, and so if you want to binge watch through the holidays, that would be great. But please subscribe. Please punch the red or black button, whatever it is, to subscribe to our channel. We appreciate that very much. We're trying to get to our over 100, and we're going to really start marketing and promoting that much more after the first of the year, because we really wanted to get our first 20 episodes done, and here we have them. We have our first 20 episodes. We'll be having Christine A. Smith part 2 on next week. So come and join us next week at 5 p.m. our time. If you're Central Standard, if you're Eastern, it'll be 6 o'clock. If you're Pacific Standard, 3 o'clock, like Christine. If you're Mountain Standard, like Russ, I guess is now, it'll be 4 o'clock. So come join us on Tuesday, and we'll get into the new year in January. We're going to have some fascinating authors, and we hope that you'll join us and that you'll go and check out our e-newsletter. That actually is at www.lizlawless.com, and you can put your email in. You do have to put your email in, and it will take you to an option, and you just choose none. There are about 75 or 80 articles there, and we'll be adding new articles every week after the holidays. And so those are things you need to know about writing and publishing, launching, marketing, and distribution. And so that'll give you a real good, solid foundation if you'll just go check those articles out. There's 7 steps to organize your writing. We'll be talking more about that. We're going to have our 5-day challenge, which is our free 5-day course that we're putting together, and then we'll have our writing courses and some publishing courses. And as Russ mentioned, we're going to have some free webinars where we're going to be talking about writing and publishing. And then obviously at the end of that, we'll make some kind of offer for something that we have going on after the first of the year. So we look forward to working with you. We look forward to having a great holiday here for the next couple of weeks. Take some time for yourself. Sit down with your journal or a notebook and dream and write down what some of those dreams are. And if you have a writing and publishing dream, please send that to us. Find us on Facebook, find us on LinkedIn. We're on a cross platform. Russ is a little more on LinkedIn. I'm probably on LinkedIn and Facebook, probably Facebook a little bit more, but we're on Instagram and TikTok and all the other platforms. I think I got off Twitter. I don't think Russ did, but so you can agree to disagree about things too. You don't always have to think and say the same thing as somebody else. So we appreciate y'all. We love you. We want to be in touch with you and engaged with you. So please continue to watch the show and come back and see us here every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Thanks so much. And I guess Russ had some tech issues, so he dropped off, but we will see you next week that will be the 27th, I think, Tuesday the 27th at 5 p.m. with Christine A. Smith and the Caregivers Kit. We're going to be talking about her book about care for caregivers. And we know that's going to be an important conversation, too, for a lot of people. So join us then. This has been Liz Lawless, your host, and Russ Johns, your host, for our co-hosts together for Author Adventure, the Art and Business of Publishing, and the 5 Secrets to Success. And we'll be coming out with our new book after the first of the year based on that same title. So we know everybody's going to want a copy of that, and we're going to be finishing that up here in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll be publishing that. So look forward to that as well. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week. I actually quit early. I usually quit on time. I never quit on time. Oh, and he's back. I never quit. I quit on time. And you're back.
My computer just crashed.
I know.
And it looks like it just locked up again.
It locked up again. I don't know. The gremlins are out. They want you to quit and go home for Christmas.
I think I'm just ready to take a relaxing moment here.
A classic moment. I like that smile, though. I mean, if it's going to freeze, I mean, mine always freezes up, when I have with the weird look on my eye.
Yeah. Well, hey, we can wrap it up here. I don't know how to.
Well, I kind of already wrapped it, but if you want to wrap it too, you can wrap the end of it, and then we'll say adios.
It's locked up again, so I can't even end the show.
Oh, it won't let you edit in the show.
It won't let me end the show. Yeah.
All right. Well, you may have to just cut us off. But yeah, I told him we'll be back next Tuesday at 5 p.m. with Christine. We'll be talking caregiving again. And I know that's an important subject for people. So, Russ, just say happy holidays one more time. And then
happy holidays, everyone. Take care. Be in touch.
All right. Love y'all.
Take care. Love you
Tell
all.
somebody you love them. Hug
Bye.
somebody. Call somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Wish them a
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Wishing you the best.
Last shameless plug. Go buy this book, African Americans in the West. Great children's book. If you got kids in your life, kids that are going to be over for the holidays, grandkids, great grandkids, kids in general. It is for elementary age, probably about 3 to about 7. Uh, but lots of great books there. And I've also been doing what I want for Christmas, not the 12 days of Christmas, but the 15, 16. And then I got sick. So, but the 30 days of Christmas on a bunch of books, authors that you should know about, books that are be great reads or great gifts for yourself or for someone else in your life. So you can check that out at my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/ or / whatever the slash is, / author Liz Lawless. And just scroll back through my feed. You're going to see all kinds of some of the authors we've had on our show here, and then other authors that we will be having on in 2023. So wishing everybody the best. And for some reason, we can't shut down. So I'm just going to hang out here with you until we do. And just smile. Sometimes you just smile. Sometimes you're just present with people. We don't have to talk all the time, even though it's hard for people like me. My goal for 2023 is to listen more in my creative joy. That listening is a creative joy as well as talking. So maybe if I shut down, it'll go away.